Hi, I'm Doug. I've been a fitness and rehabilitation professional for 29 years. What is the number one thing that personal trainers should do before creating a program for a senior client? Gait analysis. You should never create a fitness program for an older client until you have watched them walk and look for the common gait abnormalities. Because your program should in part address their walking problem. This video will show you the basic walking problems, their cause, and the type of activities that can most improve them. We're going to start with shuffling gait. Now, if you watch someone who's shuffling, their feet aren't leaving the ground. They're moving their feet forward, but they're not really swinging their heel forward and hitting with their heel first. So why does this occur? The most common cause of shuffling gait is fear of lifting your feet off the ground. A person feels that if they lift their feet off the ground, they're going to fall down. The best way to cure this, the way for someone to learn not to shuffle as much, is by practicing things that challenge their balance and force them to bring one leg off the ground and balance. So the easiest exercise that you can do with them is something called one-leg stands, where you practice with the client standing on one leg with them protecting themselves by holding onto a bar or a table or something nearby. And as they get better at standing on one leg, you're going to see that their shuffling will go away. The next problem that you see very often is wide base gait pattern. This is similar to shuffling, but their feet are very, very wide apart. They might be lifting their feet off the ground, but their feet are never close together. Normally when you walk, you should be walking with one foot in front of the other. But this type of problem results in the person walking with maybe a 1 foot gap between their 2 feet. So why does someone do this? They're doing it because they are afraid of shifting their weight side to side. Normally when a person walks, not only do they put 1 foot in front of the other, but they also shift their weight side to side when they walk. When you shift your weight, it allows you to put 1 foot in front of the other. But if you don't shift your weight, your feet are going to be very, very wide apart. So the cure for this is balance challenge that encourages weight shift. One of the best weight shifting exercises is sidestepping. So having your client practice sidestepping is one way to get them to decrease their wide base gait. Another thing you can do is actually have them walk heel to toe on a line or on a balance beam, because that also encourages them to bring their feet closer together and retrains them to walk more in tandem. Now, the last gait problem that you see often is ataxia. So what causes ataxia is neurological damage. Something like a stroke or having Parkinson's disease can easily cause someone to have ataxic gait. Now, ataxic gait is a little bit different than the other two in that the person's walking and they're lifting their feet off the ground, but one or both legs isn't moving in a normal way. It looks robotic or stilted. It doesn't look like normal, smooth motion. Things like ataxia actually can improve over time. And research has shown that the best way to do that is with balance challenge. So having a client like this practice things like walking backwards or stepping over objects is actually been shown to effectively reduce their ataxia. These are just 3 gait abnormalities that people commonly have that a trainer should look for before creating a program. But as you see, there's different activities and exercises that you can do depending on the gait abnormality. When you're working with senior clients, you should never design their full program without doing gait analysis first. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos like this. If you want to access my full training course, click the link below in the description. This is not physical therapy or medical training. It is not meant to be medical advice to anyone. It is intended only as educational information for trainers and therapists. No one should ever perform an exercise without consulting with their doctor or medical professional.